Early reviews for the first chapter of Kevin Costner's long-gestating passion project Horizon, an American saga have skewed sharply negative, which doesn't bode well for the continuation of the traditional Western epic. Horizon's interconnected story will be split into 4 parts, and is an ambitious chronicle of the American expansion into the West before, during, and after the Civil War. It features a sprawling cast of characters who traverse the territories that will someday become Kansas, Wyoming, and Montana. Unfortunately for the Academy Award winner, Horizon debuted to one of the worst Rotten Tomatoes scores of Costner's career. Given how much of his own money Costner has sunk into the project, the 4-part epic represents an incredible gamble, and poor early reviews won't help buoy Chapter 1's box office outlook. While the first 2 chapters are already filmed and will be released back-to-back, the production of the planned 3rd and 4th chapters likely hinges on the success of the first 2. Horizon marks the 4th time that Costner has been in the director's chair, and so far there are several common reasons why critics haven't embraced Horizon, an American saga. Horizon, an American saga, Chapter 1 is overly long. The movie's runtime is over 3 hours. Kevin Costner holding a gun in Horizon, an American saga. While it's not unusual for large-scale stories to be split into multiple movies, critics have taken issue with the runtime for Horizon, an American saga, Chapter 1. Per Costner's own assessment, the entirety of the Grand Horizon, an American saga narrative will unfold over the course of 12 hours of runtime, and with only 4 chapters, each movie will need to average around 3 hours. That holds true for Horizon, an American saga, Chapter 1, which clocked in with 181 minutes of runtime. Unfortunately, critics seem to agree that it feels even longer. Nicholas Barber of the BBC referred to the film as a 3-hour slog in his review, further noting that the movie was full of stultifyingly slow dialogue scenes. His thoughts were shared with many of the early reviewers, as the near-unanimous sentiment is that the level of engagement in the film simply doesn't align with the colossal runtime. With as many storylines and characters as there are in Horizon, it seems likely that just over 3 hours may even be on the lower side for runtime. Horizon, an American saga, Chapter 1 only focuses on setting up the next chapters. Many characters and locations are introduced with no follow-up. Sam Worthington as First Lieutenant Trent Gephardt in Horizon, an American saga. Almost across the board, early reviewers of Horizon, an American saga, Chapter 1 criticized the movie for not seeing any actual resolution for the many characters and stories that are introduced. Again, it's not uncommon for stories to be told over the course of multiple movies, but the general understanding is that each movie provides a satisfying standalone structure and plot. That appears not to be the case for Costner's epic, as critics were displeased by the fact that the movie doesn't seem to have an interest in doing much more than acting as a prologue for the remaining chapters.